Well, Christmas is the time for Christians around the world to celebrate the birth of Christ. And there is a huge prayer garden in Kerrville dedicated to his return. Barry Davis went to check it out in this week's Texas Outdoors.
A book, you got to read it. A music, you got to listen. But here, people can come by themselves and have an encounter with the one true God.
There is something special about this place in the Texas Hill Country. Artist and architect Max Greiner and his wife Sherry say they know now they were being called when a preacher in Austin stopped in the middle of a service and told them they were to restore the Tabernacle of David.
I told my wife, I said, I think he's a nut, because we couldn't fathom that.
Then about a month later, a phone call from a complete stranger with another request.
God said, you're supposed to build a 77-foot, 7-inch cross on Interstate 10. And I said, what? And I thought he was a nut.
The third time, Greiner says it was God himself.
The kind of vision I had, I wasn't sleeping. It's called an open vision.
Yeah.
See, it's like suddenly a picture is in your mind's eye that's downloaded. And because I'm an artist and an architect, I quickly got a piece of paper and I drew it all out.
Those drawings became the Coming King Sculpture Prayer Garden. You can't miss it. The 77-foot, 7-inch cross towers over Kerrville's east side, and people from all over the world flock to it.
But at least 87 countries, and we know for sure all 50 states.
Millions have come here, perhaps to be closer to God, or looking for absolution.
Right here is where we do water baptisms.
Or healing, or maybe just to take in the beauty of Greiner's and others' art.
And it is Christ on the white horse, returning in glory, Revelation 19:11. And it talks about at the end of time, Jesus is going to come back and do business. He's going to have a sword and a shofar.
Along the walkway, there is scripture.
And he, Jesus, was with God in the beginning. John 1:1.
Explaining who this man Jesus is, what he did, still does, and will do.
We've been told by theologians it's the best 77 verses that explain God that they had ever read.
A 25-acre, multi-million-dollar park, all built without a single taxpayer penny, maintained, and now in its third decade, operating off donations, money that divinely comes in. In return, a simple thank you letter.
I signed one the other day for a little girl that gave us 37 cents.
We don't charge anything for anybody, and it's freely we receive, freely we give, and it's happening just by the grace of God.
Grace which flows freely here for everyone, like the living water itself.
I mean, the cool thing about these gardens is you don't have to go to church to find God. You can come to these gardens and he's here. And because of that, people that won't enter a church, they won't watch a Christian movie or read a Christian book or touch a Bible, they'll come to a free tourist attraction on the side of the road.
And what a great backstory. If you'd like to check out the prayer garden in person, we'll put a link to it on this story on kens5.com.
Really